Yo guys, what's up? Crowley here, and this is Phobos Draft League Regulation 2 Round 7, and I've played versus Cast, and I won because Cast made a mistake, but I'll show you right now. Cast made a big mistake. So, I think he opened with Tickles, and like another one key, but I'm not really sure. I'll just watch and see. Yeah, exactly. I remember Tickles open. There's the castle. There's the bat. So there's Ivy. Ivy was a problem for me, but in the end I haven't really went with it, so to say. On small maps, turrets are pretty great, so I went with Mike. Ivy was a problem, so basically he placed a trap somewhere. I think it's one of the tiles next to the panic point. But for me it was like finding out which it was. And eventually I just disabled the trap with my Tickles, because I was like, it's too risky not to undergo that. So here I was willing to take a risk. So I figured he wants to kill the Cassowary, and the trap should be the tile adjacent to Betula, so like here. And that was a gamble I took, because I really hate Ivy, and I find Ivy scum, so I was like, alright, sure. So in the end, I won the gamble, and that kind of made... yeah, that was a disadvantage for Cast, so to say. So now he left Ivy open. And I took advantage of that because, well, Ivy is scum. So, well, that was the reason why Cast lost this game, by the way. And again, I disabled the trap because I had to for later. So otherwise you tend to forget because it's an async match. So I was like, alright, bye Ivy, I hate you. Good riddance, bye-bye. So that's, yeah. So here I had my tempo up. Casso being dead is totally fine. He deserves it. By Casso, fair trade. Ready haters taking it up the face. So I was trading 4 keys for 4 keys here, which is pretty nice. And that means it's safe to take the upper panic point. I knew he would come and engage with Sokassin on my mic, which I didn't want. Preemptive Firkin for whatever he wants to play, like boss or tramples or stuff, and I was like, alright. Let's use him preemptively, even if it means losing Ready Hater. I just found the engaged fair. It was a fair engage, so I was like, yeah, sure. Photo! And I proceed with the aggressive plays because, I mean, yeah, I had the map advantage, or I had the positioning advantage. Boop. Okay, once more. Once more for the convenience. That sounded myself. Bloop. Oh, he didn't make it right now. That's weird. Oh, sad. Bedside manners is very derpy. I was in a safe position to do this. So I decided to ferk the sheep because, well, yeah. I prefer one target being poisoned rather than my entire team being poisoned, so I went with that. If I didn't ferk, then my entire team would have been poisoned, and I'd spec on something like that, so that was pretty nice. Like, Tickles is so thick. Look at the damage and look at the Tickles HP. That's, like, mean, you know? Because usually that would have meant my Firkin would be dead, but, like, you know, Tickles is being thick, so Tickles survives a stim-padded bedside manners. I think they should buff bedside manners attack to, like, 450. That's more fair, in my opinion. But I suppose, whatever. So I was playing around his heart. I figured, like, okay, I could put Snowball on the stim pad. And I really wanted to cast his heart because I'm more of a heart player. Because why not take heart if you can take, if you can take the heart, why not take it? That's what I wanted to say. That's the game, basically. So GG well played to cast. It was very unfortunate that a mistake triggered a chain of more mistakes. It's always good to check your positioning because, like, Cast02 plus players will always take advantage of mistakes. And especially in async, which I've noticed is if you make a big mistake, it is basically a GG. Unlike Arena, you're not placed under pure pressure, so mistakes are easier to punish in async. And since it's Arena, it's easier to kind of come back from mistakes if you've made them. In async, it's not, so if you capitalize on your enemy's mistakes, you tend to win the async, and that's what I did here. I thought about swapping my microscopic, but in the end I decided to keep him, and I will keep him for the entirety of the draft because, well, he's a flying turret with burst damage. I mean, like, he's great. And people sleep on Mike. He's not like bow or stabby levels of great, but microscopic is still very good. And I think people should use him more, especially after the health buff. Maybe he should use another buff to be more of more importance, but I don't think he needs a buff right now. He's in a good place. So for the coming round, I've swapped Sasquatch for Russell because I'm playing versus Jeremy, and I figured it would have been good. He has 2 max, and I figured, like, okay, sure, I'll use Russell. I'm sad I haven't used Bogard in this match, but I needed to upkeep the tempo for his cast, so I did. Yeah. I'm happy I won versus the Ivy, because I really hate Ivy, so I was like, alright, just disable the Ivy and win, and that's what I did. So GG to cast, you tried, it was great, you did great, even if you lost. And I hope you realize that capitalizing on mistakes, especially in Cast02 plus games, even though it's a tournament game, but is the way to go in async. So GG well played, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.